OC. I got water, but I don't have a lot of it. I don't have enough. So, lots of things have been happening. Let's see, I'm trying to remember. I don't even remember when the last video I made was and what I talked about. It's been so long. But things are not chill right now. This is my current to-do list. It is pretty much every space on the legal pad. It's all things that I have to do. So that's how I'm living right now, is just trying to finish projects and then having new projects and then trying to finish those and then having new projects and not being super jazzed and wanting to make videos, but simultaneously constantly having imposter syndrome that like all the work is just gonna magically disappear even though this is the current workload. So my brain don't do good things. I don't know what it is. You just, like I sent out this last week, I sent out invoices for, I don't want to brag, talk about money. But it was the most amount of money I've ever sent out invoices for, in like one shot of like, to one client, here's a humongous invoice, and then there was more invoices on top of that, and there's more work coming, and it's like booked, and so these are good problems to have, but it makes it very hard to try to make ASMR videos and to try to be a full-time YouTuber, which I am obviously not. I am a hobbyist YouTuber at best. But yeah, I've been very busy. Some other things. Started playing hockey again because my foot healed. If I didn't talk about that, my foot, I shot a music festival, so I was on my feet for like, I don't know, 14 hours, something like that. And I walked, according to my watch, I walked like 12 miles or something, 10 to 12 miles. It's not super accurate. It's doing its best. And so I don't know what happened because I've got the diabetes. I have some, forget the word for it, but it's something neuropathies. It's like I don't feel my feet so good. So I think, and I have a partial amputation on the toe. So I think what happened was like a blister formed, and then the blister popped at one point because the skin on the amputated toe just like wasn't there. Like it was like hanging off. So just like that. So it's gross. There's a lot of blood. Went to the doctor a bunch. Finally got a doctor bill for that. It was $300 some. Just that's fun. Also got a GI infection during that time, so that was fun. Also pulled my back out. The back is finally better. It's like 98%. Like when I play hockey, the foot's better, and the GI infection's been long gone. And I started playing hockey again because of it. Towards the end of the hockey, my back is real tight, and then like the next day it's kind of tight. So I'm working on it. It's coming around. But speaking of, the hockey season is coming up. So it's just beer league. It's not important, but I like to treat it important. And when I am like into it, I get into training mode. I feel like when I'm focused, when I have something to train for, everything just kind of falls into place with my diet, and I eat better, and I start losing weight again, and I feel better, and so because I feel better because I'm working out, and this, and chemically endorphins and stuff, and I'm learning a lot about ADHD, which I feel like the more I learn about it, the more I'm like, that sounds really familiar, so I think I have ADHD. I need to figure out how to go get officially diagnosed. When I told my general practitioner doctor, she kind of brushed it off, like, so I don't know, I'm not vibing with my general practitioner, because I've gone to them a couple times now, over the summer, and it just, I don't know, it's really far away from my house, and they just seem kind of dismissive, and so I don't know, I feel like I could probably do better, but that was just the one my parents used, and I didn't have a general practitioner, and then the first time I had surgery, like, I needed to get a pre-surgery physical, so I didn't have a doctor, so my parents were like, we can get you in at our doctor, which of course they live on the other side of town, so it's close for them. But my dad also doesn't like the doctor, so I'm like, maybe this doctor just sucks. Anyway, where was I going with this? Oh, ADHD. I think I have it. We're gonna figure that out later. But suffice to say, it explains a lot of things in my life and how my brain works and operates. So I've been learning a lot about that, learning coping mechanisms, learning strategies, and apparently exercise. So you have something called executive function, and essentially what executive function is the ability to be an adult, for lack of a better term. It's just the to be an adult. So when you work out your executive function, or if you want to say willpower, and you have a finite amount of willpower, exercising, if you have the ADHD or probably some other non-typical whatevers, it helps somehow, but it like builds your tank so you can be an adult for longer and do more adult things. So TLDR, play hockey, work out to be better at hockey. Working out improves my health, improves my diet, which both of those things improve my mental state, which lets me do this and not cry and want to jump off the balcony. So that's it. Hockey season is coming up. It's at the first week of November is when my season starts, and I've already been playing again thanks to my injuries. Kept me out for like a month and a half, but now I'm back on the ice having a blast. Scored a couple goals these last couple times. I didn't last time, which is weird because the last time I skated was at a lower skate. When I skate, so here's the thing, I skate two skates right now. I skate like one that's like at my level, where I'm like pretty good, like top half for sure. I don't know if I want to like do my own and be like I'm way good, but I'm top half of this skill level. And then the beginners, who oftentimes can't get enough people to pay for the ice, so I go skate with them because I like to skate. It's a good workout. And I could sandbag, I could work on whatever I want to do, because there I'm top, I'm like top 5%. I'm like the best player or one of the top 3 best players, because other guys will come out because they just want to skate, and they have fun. What's weird is that if I'm playing at my level, I score goals. When I play with the beginners, I don't. And I think it's because I sandbag with the beginners for sure. But even like when there's like some good scoring opportunities and I try real hard, I don't know what it is. I just can't get the puck in the net. So that's so weird. Anyway, I'm just happy to be scoring goals at all because I've been working really hard at it. I got my garage gym set up to shoot pucks in. I'm putting in the work, and I'm finally starting to see goals on a regular basis, and that's making me real happy. Which brings me to the main point of the video. 8.5 minutes in, you know that this is a ramble fucking video. If I ramble for 8.5 minutes before I even get to the point of the video, I'm thinking. So I'm trying to develop a training program, a training routine for myself, and a big cornerstone of that, something I've been doing that's new. It's not a new thing, but it's new for me, is swinging clubs. So I just got this one. This was my birthday present to myself. It's ADEX, ADEX. I don't know if you can see. Focus on the. If I tap the screen, will it show? No, you can't. Let's see. Come on, focus, buddy. Can you read that? I don't know. Anyway, that's how you spell it. ADEX. They make these adjustable clubs. I ordered this on my birthday last month, and it finally came today. So basically how this works is there's this big, you see this unscrews, and then it comes with weights that you can stick, and it really unscrews. So this thing you can fit, the club comes with 25 pounds of weight. The club itself is 3.5 pounds, and the screw is 1.5 pounds. So this is 5 pounds, and that's kind of what I'm starting with, because I have other clubs. They're shorter, but I've been swinging those to like get my tendons and stuff ready. so I'm gonna be swinging this guy and then doing kettlebells. And then I also bought a mace, which a mace is the same as this, except it's way longer. Because this is, I don't know, 5, 10, 15, maybe 20. A mace is double this. It's 40 inches. And because it's longer, it's like a long lever, so less weight feels like more weight because of the torque, or the fulcrum, the lever action. I don't know what the word is, but basically, kettlebells are short levers meant for building strength. Clubs are medium levers meant for building strength and, to a degree, for conditioning and mobility work. Maces are very long levers, which are meant primarily for mobility and, conditioning and stuff. So basically what you do, if you think like a kettlebell workout would be like 20 minutes and you'd be torched, a club workout would also be about 20 minutes, but you wouldn't be torched. You'd just be like feeling pretty good. It's a nice, good, it's really good for your shoulders because of the swinging movements, and the weight with the lever creates traction. And why that's important is it helps kind of pull your joints, which doesn't sound good, but is actually good for them. It helps decompress things and get the body moving how it's supposed to move. And then a mace, like a good mace workout would be like 60 minutes, and you would just be really kind of working on things, pulling stuff, getting elongating. You think elongating rather than pulling joints out of their sockets, which, you're doing both. But pulling joints out of the sockets sounds bad. Anyway, I'm real excited. I'm having tons of fun swinging these things. I've been swinging them I actually bought Indian clubs at the start of summer, which is kind of where this whole thing started. And then I got these things called the War clubs, which are Indian clubs but adjustable. And I've been swinging them like they were heavy clubs, but now I finally have an actual heavy club. The difference between the clubs that I had been using and this one, they're both adjustable, but the ones I had been using, the handle was about, I couldn't get two hands on it good, whereas this one I can get two hands on it and I still have room. So I could do a lot of two-handed stuff with this. And this one loads way heavier, because those ones I can load to about 10 pounds. This guy loads to 25. And then there's an add-on kit that gets it to 50. And they're developing another add-on kit that gets it to 75, which is pretty sweet. Anyway, so I got those. I've got my kettlebells, which I haven't really been using for a while. So I'm getting back into those, and I'm like seeing how far back down the hill I've rolled. It's like, when I did one-on-one classes for 8 weeks, and I got up to like doing a Turkish get-up, which is basically you're laying on the ground, one arm is holding the kettlebell, and then you put it up, and then you lay from your back to all the way to standing up with the weight overhead the whole time, and then you come back down. And so I was doing that with a 32 kilogram, which is 70 pounds. And now, like, I can floor press the 53 pound, but I could probably floor press the 70, but I don't think I could get up with it. So that was a couple years ago, and now I'm just like, I was swinging that 32 kilogram, and now I'm back to swinging the 16 kilogram. So it's kind of just like, man, you really Sisyphus back down the hill. But part of it was, I feel like I just didn't understand the programming, how to program stuff. And I've been watching this guy on YouTube. His name's Mark Wildman. He's made some really good videos that like really explained it. I think because I had a personal trainer who explained it to me, but like it just went over my head. I didn't understand it. I thought I kind of understood it, but I didn't. And it was so complex and it was too much. And Mark Wildman has really simplified it, and maybe just explains it better, or maybe it's a different program, but it's very similar. And so I've been latching onto that for the last 2 weeks, and I've been getting in some good workouts. I've been upping the weights, and my back's feeling better, so things are going great with that. So anyway, and then I also bought a sled to drag, to pull for leg stuff. So really, I just need to put together like a comprehensive program, because right now I kind of just do like a simple club program, which is you do inside circles. Which inside circle you would go to so this is your center line. You'd go inside the center line, and then swing it down, catch it, pull it back, and then outside circles, which is the opposite, where you just push it out, swing it down, catch it over here, pull it back. And then shield casts, which are kind of just like you start here, then you go up and over, and that's it. And you do sets of 5 of those, and you would start with, let's say, you could start with whatever number you wanted. You could start with, but I think most people start with like sets of 5, and then every workout you add 1 set. Keep the reps the same until you get to 20 sets. Once you get to 20 sets, on the next one, you up the weight and go all the way back down to 5 sets. So that's kind of how you build it. And that's called volume cycling. And I'm like, okay, this makes a lot, okay. And then each kind of workout of the main things have different ways you cycle the weight. So like Turkish get-ups are not, you wouldn't do reps, because 1 rep of Turkish get-up takes 30 to 45 seconds. So instead you do what's called time under tension, which is just like you set a clock for X number of time, let's say 1 minute, but relatively you're starting in 2 minutes. So you 2 minutes, how many, bear's shaking around, how many reps can you get in 2 minutes? Then you switch sides, 2 minutes, how many reps can you get in? The next workout, you would do 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and then you would build up till you get to 10 minutes. Once you get to 10 minutes, you could jump to the next weight, or you could probably keep building, because the problem with Turkish get-ups is that kettlebells are big jumps. Clubs are big jumps too normally, but if you got an adjustable club, you can actually adjust it by 1.25 pounds. So it's, you do up to 20, 1.25 pounds. It's a very small jump. And because you're going way back down in sets, your body can handle it, and you're just constantly pushing that adaptation and growing and getting stronger. With kettlebells, they've gotten a lot better about getting in between kettlebells, but then you have to have all the in between kettlebells. But because I'm a fucking dork, and I spend my money on dumb stuff, I have most of the in between numbers. So, yeah, I should be fine to get up to 10 minutes of the Turkish get up, jump to the next weight, because by that point, I'm going from 28 pounds to 35 pounds, 35 pounds to 44 pounds, 44 pounds to 53 pounds, 53 pounds. I don't have that in between one, but once I get to that 53 pound bell, which if you think, 30 seconds in between, up to 10 minutes, starting at 2, that's 16 workouts. You do 3 a week. What is that, 3, 6, 9? So that's 6 weeks per weight. Yeah, so I won't need that other next bell for, 6 months or a year or something like that. Almost out of water. So, anyway, I just kind of have to write down the programming, but the good thing is the Mark Wildman guy actually has a video explaining how he would program kettlebells, clubs, and maces. So I just need to go find that video again and write down the notes and just make some small tweaks to his program to fit my goals a little better. But otherwise, this guy is way smarter than I am, so why mess with what works? And then I gotta figure out more, because when I go into my gym, that's where I'm pointing, my hockey garage is that way. When I get down there, I don't really have a program. I need to build that and be like, okay, 20 minutes of stick to shooting, working on wrist shots, snapshots. With slap shots don't really come into play in my league. There's not a lot of good opportunities to use them, so I feel like it's a waste of time to kind of work on them. But maybe I should figure out getting those clap bombs in. But you almost never get a good opportunity to use them because I don't really want to play defense. And that's really the only time you would really use a slap shot in my league. And if my wrist shot's way stronger and way more accurate, why waste time on the slap shot? Anything. And then I also got to figure out some body weight stuff and mobility stuff. So there's a lot of puzzle pieces to still kind of figure out, but I have a lot of ideas. And so I just need to be like, okay, what serves me? What can I all do at the same time? Figure that out. I got about a month to implement it, get stronger, get more mobile, get more flexible before the season starts. And then hopefully I have my program kind of dialed in so I can do it the whole season up until, and just score monster numbers of goals. Just get those goals in. I don't know why I'm making the money fingers sign. No one. It's really shitty hockey. No one's paying attention. So I'm real excited. Things are coming together. Still anxious about the work stuff. I still want to do more on YouTube. I'm having a lot of problems with YouTube. Just because of energy, just the bandwidth. And then also, moving in with my girlfriend, which we've been living together for about 6 months now. It's just changes. I'm so used to just having my own space. And now, her desk is, right here, which is, fine. But also, I wish, if she's here working or playing games, I don't like to record. Because I don't know. Maybe I just feel like I can't be as candid, and I can't be as free-flowy, if that makes sense. I've done a couple videos while she's been sitting right there. She actually, walked through one of them. I think it was the last one. But I don't know. I just feel it's hard. And then lately, because she quit her job because her job was super toxic. So she's going back to school, and so she's not working. And so sometimes, if she has homework due, it's due at midnight. And then, she'll work until midnight, or if it's due the next day in class, she'll be up till 2 or 3 in the morning, and that's my peak recording time is 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. and past that I'm usually too tired, and before that it's usually just too noisy everywhere else, which at this apartment is a lot quieter than my old apartment, so I can't actually record at other times. And right now she's not here, so I took the opportunity. It's 8 o'clock in the evening, and you might have heard a dog bark at the very beginning, because there's one loud dog and the dog bark is right there. And so if Bear hears them bark, he'll go bark. It's just although Bear doesn't really bark, he kind of just snorfs, coughs it. He's a goopy though, we love him. But yeah, so I don't know what it is. It's just I want to make more content. And so I don't know if I just need to. I don't know what I need to do. I need to maybe just be okay, I'm gonna make a video. Can you go to the bedroom, which is way on the other side of the apartment, and then set up. Because I kind of have in the living room. I have it set up so we just have a computer with just a bunch of TV shows, movies, and we call it Bear Flicks because Bear watches it when we're not here, and but whatever you want to watch, it's on there. So I would need to set up a second version of that, put it in the bedroom, I think, and then she could vibe in the bedroom while I make videos, because I don't just want to do the ASMR. I still have my white noise channel, and I want to do more stuff with that. I haven't made a video for that in 2 months. And then I had a movie review channel, which I haven't made. I did really good in March of 2020, and then I just stopped. I was 1 week where I made 8 videos, and I was kicking ass, and I haven't made one since. So I want to get into that because I feel so my dream, my ideal situation would be to just make stuff for YouTube and have 5-6 channels where I just do random whatever strikes my fancy, and to make just to squeak out a comfortable living, do client work for cool clients that I don't have to like do a lot of editing. So it's like I go do the work, hand it off to somebody else, and I feel like I'm getting close to that point where I can do that with the types of jobs I'm getting. There's usually enough money that I can pay an editor and still like make a decent amount for the amount of work I'm actually doing, which is the goal, you know. Like, I'm not trying to be greedy. I'm not trying to like take advantage of my editor friends, but paying a good editor is very expensive. And so like a lot of the time, if I'm booking a job where they can only afford, you know, $25, $30, $45 an hour or something like that, you can kind of get a cheap editor, but like a good editor is like $50 to $75 an hour. So it's like I'd be taking a cut out of my money to pay an editor to do the editing. So, and then also doing the editing it's more hours worked, so I make more money. But I'm getting more jobs that pay better, so I can kind of start to offload some of the stuff that A, I don't enjoy doing, and B, takes me a long time, and C, I'm honestly not a very good editor. I'm really good at editing talking heads together, but like the polish, adding the B-roll, adding the motion graphics, I don't know how to do a lot of that stuff. And there's so many like little things that you wouldn't think about that just add up in such a big way that it's like my projects would be better, my clients would be happier, they'd get turned around faster. So by all means, like, I should be offloading the thing that I'm worst at, which is editing and maybe producing. Like, I feel like a lot of times I get into projects and I just assume that the client is gonna know what to do, and then we get there and it's like they have not done this before and it's really obvious, and then I just have to like clean up the mess and polish the turd, and I don't want to do that anymore. I want to make good stuff, make good money doing it, and I want to start getting higher and higher budgets so I can start hiring my friends, and then I just make fun YouTube videos. Fun. I don't know if this is fun. I like doing it. I got some subscribers. People like hearing me talk, I guess. Just working with my friends, jibber jabbing with you lovely folks, talking about movies on this other channel, talking about film production, learning new skills. You know, that sounds like a pretty chill way to make a living. So that's the goal, and I feel like I'm getting closer and closer to it. It's just A, taking a lot longer than I thought it would, and B, like, I'm not pushing as hard as I know I could. And I think part of that is because of kind of mental bandwidth and, you know, trying to do so much at once, and maybe how does this potential ADHD or some kind of neurodivergent thinking come into play, and can I get therapy or medication to help with that? And if it does help with that, you know, there's three things that's kind of like giving me pause with that. Is like, A, I don't understand the process, and it seems like there's a lot of horror stories with therapists, especially with like ADHD stuff. If you're an adult, it seems like it's very easy to dismiss people, I guess. B, I don't know what it's going to cost. I know I have terrible insurance because I don't pay a lot for it. So, is it going to be expensive? If I get medication, will the medication be expensive? Will I have to continue therapy to keep getting the medication? You know, it seems like from my research, aka watching YouTube videos, the medication is super effective. So I'm like, okay, well, if it's super effective, I feel like on the spectrum, I'm high functioning because I still got a lot done. But I can see from my own personal, like, I feel like I could be doing more. I always feel like that. I've never not felt like I wasn't. I have never felt like I was hitting my potential, not even ever close. So there's that. And there was a third thing. Oh, the third thing is just like, how will the medication actually affect me? like, if I'm getting more things done, awesome. I'm gonna get fucking addicted to that because that's what gasses me up, is getting shit done. But if it makes me boring, and like, those are tropes, and these are all tropes, and I feel like I think I should just like open the box and see. And I don't know, it's just like, I don't know. It's like, if I will I turn into a robot because I know I'm addicted to being productive and getting things done. I don't like when people are like, come hang out. Like, okay, I can go and I can have fun for like 45 minutes to an hour and a half, and then after that I'm just like, I'm gonna go home and work on stuff. And so it's like, if I was more attuned to that, I don't know, I feel like it would end up badly for me. So yeah. That's my spiel. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, I guess I just have to take a chance, see how it affects me, get some consigliaries on deck, and be like, hey, if you see that this is changing me for the worse, like, let me know, and I will. I gotta figure out a way to dose back or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, that's a whole other video. But yeah, thank you for watching. As always, thank you so much. If you watched this far and you're not asleep, all I can tell you is that there have been studies done that say if you lay in bed, you can close your eyes and just relax. It doesn't have the same effect as sleeping, but it does have a net benefit effect towards sleep. Your like sleep number, the amount of rest you get. So don't stress so much. Don't get the anxiety. Just keep your eyes shut and think about good things. And I hope things are going well for you. I hope your calendar is this busy if you like doing stuff. And if you don't like doing stuff, well, I hope you have all the free time to explore all the weird ideas that are in your head. And I encourage you to go explore them. If you're waiting for someone to give you permission, this is it. I'm giving you permission. Go do that weird thing. See if you like it. See if it's good. See if it makes you money. Or if it doesn't make you money, see if it makes you happy. Anyway, that's all I got for you. I hope you're happy, and if not, well, I hope that turns around for you real soon. I'll see you next time.